Hey, what's up, guys? I think I stepped on some ice and burned my feet. Hey, what's up, guys? Hello? Man, I can't wear these headphones. These headphones suck. I'm not wearing them. Wah! You can't find me. You know what? I can't take it anymore. I am retiring. Hey guys, guess what? I am unretired, and just in time too, because it is Mailbag Monday, where I'm answering your questions from the mailbag. This week, we're talking about Graviton, Phoenix, Sinister 6, and a lot more. Plus, I am announcing the winner of the latest giveaway, all that. And I got a big announcement at the end, guys. Before we get into all that, I wanted to mention the sponsor of this video, Clan HQ. What is Clan HQ, you may ask? Well, it is a brand new, fully featured messaging app, and it is free right now on the Android and iOS stores. It has all kind of features that can integrate with over 75 different games, including Marvel Strike Force. You have a fully featured chat with stickers, GIFs, photos, badges, and more. You have a notification setting so that you can tag people and see everyone that reads your messages. You can store your game data right in the app, so anyone that wants to check out your entire roster, they can do it with just a click of a button. And that's really valuable, guys, if you're an alliance leader or you are someone that is looking for an alliance. Yes, you can find it all right within Clan HQ. You could find the perfect match with just a few clicks. And because the game data is integrated with the app itself, you could show off things like your total collection power, your strongest team power, and you can show it off to anyone that wants it right in the app itself. So if you want to learn more about Clan HQ, check out the link in the description. They're adding new features all the time, guys. It's really good stuff. And if you want to be one of the first to use it, make sure you check it out. So check out Clan HQ, guys. It is the up-and-coming messaging app. You can be one of the first with that link in the description. But if you are ready for the mailbag, let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. Yes, it is Mailbag Monday. I am answering your questions from the mailbag, and we got some good ones. A lot of Ultimus questions this week. Obviously, we're going to talk about Graviton, Phoenix, and a lot more. We got a giveaway announced, so if you entered the last contest, you could win. So good luck with that. Also, I am playing on BlueStacks. It is my emulator of choice. 60 frames per second, guys. Make sure that you have the latest version. The link is in the description. Also, Valley merch, some new items put up there a few weeks ago, so check those out if you haven't already. Also, Patreon, my new farming guide is up there right now. Still working on some details though, and that should be up either this week later or next week. There is an announcement in this video though, so stay tuned for that. But that is it. Let's get into the questions. First question, is Rhino, Hawkeye, Wolverine worth leveling? I would say all characters are worth leveling. It just comes down to prioritizing which ones to do first. So if you're using Rhino a lot, Hawkeye a lot, Wolverine a lot, especially in maybe a Sinister 6 or X-Men team, then I would say, yeah, they're worth leveling. If you're using a lot of different teams right now, I would say probably wait on these guys. They're not the best standalone characters, and if you're not using them in their primary teams, not that great. So I would say yes, but it depends on your situation. Next question, ValleyFlyin, can you go through the superior uniques? Tell us if you could choose only one character for each of them, who would it be? Also a follow-up question, how about the best Gear 13s to get post-Ultron for a future video? So it may be a future video, but I'm gonna talk about it in this one right now. So let's go look at the superior uniques. Boom, and here they are in the game, and I'm just gonna go down the list and tell you which ones I'm picking for each unique. Judas Bullets, nobody. Adamantium, your big choice right there is gonna be Ultron. That is the first one that I would do, but Captain Marvel, very good choice as well. I'll probably do her second, but yeah, both of these characters very good. Hammer Tech, big standouts here are going to be Pyro and War Machine, and which one is better, it depends which one you're using more. If you're focused more on Brotherhood, it's going to be Pyro. If you're focused more on Power Armor, then War Machine. Next one, Molecular Cloth. Now, Jessica Jones is a great pick for Fear the Darkness. If you've already done Fear the Darkness, you probably don't need any Gear 13 on her. And I would probably go with Sabretooth or Punisher, and again, depends who you're focused on. If you're more Brotherhood focused, then Sabretooth, and if you're more Defenders focused, then go with Punisher. These SO2 serums, Nick Fury is the better character, but Medic is another good one as well. Gamma Radiation, Minerva is the one that you want to put this on for Fear the Darkness. Now, if you've already managed to pass Fear the Darkness and you don't need to spend this on Minerva, I probably would still use it on Minerva just to improve your BKE, your BKT team. And then we'll go with Power Armor. You got Iron Man, Vision, Rescue, they're all good choices. And I would probably Gear 13, the one you have the least red stars on, just to kind of balance their power levels. Hulk is another good choice as well. Nobody for Tesseract Energy, nobody for Quantum Energy. Alien Spores, my top pick here would be Groot, and probably Drax after that, and then the rest just come down to usage. All of these are actually pretty good characters in this category. Arcane Magic, I don't see too much use for any of these guys in Fear the Darkness, so if you're looking for Fear the Darkness, I'd probably avoid Arcane Magic. If you're done with Fear the Darkness and just want to gear up characters, you got Mordo here, you got Hand Century here. Both are good characters in the right situation, but it will come down to your roster. And then we got a bunch that just have one character pretty much, unless you're going crazy with Fantastic Four. You go Colossus for this titanium alloy, Ballistic Weave for Thing, Luminium for Mysterio, and Unstable Cloth for the Human Torch. Let's go up to Shield Tech. Big character right here, Shield Security. Very good for Fear the Darkness if you're running him with Fury. And very good on a lot of different nodes. Miss Marvel, if you're going hero brawlers, you got these two shield characters here. And if you're going old school Avengers, obviously Black Widow. But I actually like all of these characters in this section right here. Big one is Shield Security. Nobody really for Uru unless of the Asgardian rework comes around. Prometheum, I would go Juggernaut right here. He is the big standout character. Nobody really for Oz formula. I'm not too heavily invested in the Spider-Verse characters. Not sure why Deadpool is on here, because as of me recording this, you can't take him to Gear 13, so just forget about him. Extreme is no one. Vibranium, you got a lot of good characters in here. You got the full Wakandans team in here. So if you're going Wakandans, this is going to be a no-brainer. If you're looking for some Fear the Darkness help, though, I think Captain America is going to be your best choice with that energy distribution that he puts around. He's got a taunt. He's got defense up for everybody. I think this is your Fear the Darkness choice. And then go full Wakandans if you're done with it already and you're not sure who to build up. Carbonadium, the big character here is going to be Star-Lord, especially for Fear the Darkness. And outside of Fear the Darkness, I would still recommend putting him up to Gear 13. Falcon is going to be your next best character. Not for Fear the Darkness, but I would gear him up for that power armor team, making them better. Oh, sorry about that. Hit the mic. Palladium. Some people go with Magneto for Fear the Darkness. I went with Rocket for Fear the Darkness. I don't know if either of these are essential characters to get through that game mode. Thanos is another good choice. If you're going full shield, though, you got Assault right here. And then the rest of these characters are all pretty good. All of these characters are pretty good, except for Boomer right here. Astral Energy, you're going to go with Phoenix. That's the best character of the bunch. And Focus Chi, I wouldn't use him in Fear the Darkness, but Iron Fist is the best of the bunch in this category right there. All right, back to the questions. All right, what traits do you think Graviton will have? I think I'm doing pretty good. I don't think I said it wrong yet in this video, but there's still a lot more videos to go. All right, so for traits though, I would go with kind of looking what the current AIM has right now. And for that, I would go AIM, Villain, Global. I think I would put him in Bio, and just judging by what we know about his kit so far from the data mines, I think we're gonna have to go Blaster. So those are the tags that I think Graviton will have. Do you think Graviton will, with Graviton coming, Quake might get a rework, have connection with him or AIM, because they're both on Shield? I don't see that, because Quake has that Inhuman tag. Only Inhuman character along with Miss Marvel, so I think that's kind of where they want to build her, but I wouldn't be mad if they made them have some kind of connection, because they did have that show that they did together, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. A few seasons ago. So yeah, maybe, but I don't see it. ValleyFlyin, when do you think Ultimus 7 raids will release full time? That is a good question. I'm hearing a lot of rumors, big things coming in September, so maybe this month. Follow-up question to this though, what's up with the prize we were supposed to get with the Mega Whale Alliances clearing Ultimus 7? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of rumors out there of why it's taking so long. It might be related to why Ultimus 7 is taking so long to come out, but Fox Next is being very tight-lipped about this. Every time we ask questions in the Envoy server, none of them gets answered, so I don't know. Your guess is probably good as mine at this point. All right, next question. It's great that both Thor and AIM will be getting reworks done. What about Ultimus? One of the hardest characters to get. When will Ultimus get a rework? Well, he was supposed to be getting a full rework when Kree got the rework all those months back. That never happened, so I am not sure. And I definitely think he deserves a lot more love. He is the hardest character to get, in my opinion. It's either between Ultimus or Hulk. Both of them take a long time to get, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know when he's gonna get a rework. He definitely needs one. He's not a good character at all. Our next question. I see all these good teams. I just realized that you guys don't use Ultimus at all. Is there any good team for him? If there is, I have no idea. I haven't put a lot of resources into him just because he's such a bad character. Doesn't really have a lot of use, doesn't really add a lot to a team. Maybe with his big ultimate on Luke Cage or a big tank with a lot of buffs, he's really good. But outside of that, there's really no use for him. So if you guys know a good team for Ultimus, let me know, because I don't really use him at all. Maybe to climb up and blitz, but that's about it. Next question. What do you think about a max star event or something where the shards for max tunes will no longer go to Ultimus orbs, but a percentage pull for red stars? Also adding red star credit drops to the Ultimus orb. I actually really like that idea. I like these red star credit drops. I like when they'd had that as they log in a few weeks ago, when we're able to select what upgrade we want for the red stars. I hope they do more of this. I would love to see that in the Ultimus orbs. Right now it's just, you know, you get some shards for Ultimus and that's about it. And he's not a really good character. So it's not really that exciting when you get these Ultimus orbs. Next question. Fantastic Four with Namor will be a great Alliance war team, but will probably lack in other game modes. What characters that were part of the Fantastic Four history would you like to see them introduce for different game modes to make them viable in that format? Now, I don't know a lot of the Fantastic Four history. I wasn't a big fan of them growing up. I've been more of a fan of them playing with them in video games more than anything, so I don't know a lot of their lore. The two characters that I have heard of are rumored to be coming to the game: Silver Surfer, Doctor Doom. If the rumors are correct, they are supposed to be making the Fantastic Four usable in other game modes, not just war. We'll have to see what happens with these rumors, because at this point they're just rumors. They could pan out, they could not pan out. But I do hope that they come to the game. I think they'll be great additions to the game. So my answer for that is kind of cheesy, because they're already rumored to be coming, but Doctor Doom and Silver Surfer. Next question, ValleyFlyin. Is it better to focus level up a meta team other than defenders to around 200k, or to get them to about 150, 160k and build up the next meta team? So this answer, I'm not going to really focus on these power levels, because it's going to be different for each player depending where you are in the game. I mean, when I first started, I was like, I got a 100k team. This is kicking some butt. Nowadays, I gotta get my teams to about 250 to really be able to compete. So I wouldn't get so focused on these power levels, but get your meta teams to at least a level that you could compete with where you are in the game. Whether that be 150, 200, 250, or even 100 if you're a newer player, get your meta teams up. And then with your other teams that you're using in not as many game modes, maybe like a blitz team, build them up so that you could use them, that you could win with that team, and then move on. But meta teams, get them up so that you could, so they can be very viable depending where you are in the game. Next question. After defenders, what team would be a good group to build up for arena to stay ahead of my shard? I think after defenders, I think the next team that you have to go for right now is going to be Guardians. That's what I'm going to recommend in my farming guide coming up. Like I said, it's already done. I just have to work on the infographic and get that thing shot. But the guide itself is done. It's actually on Patreon right now. Guardians, though, is going to be my choice. I think they do better than defenders in arena. They have some trickiness up their sleeve, especially if you could get Star-Lord. So Guardians would be my next best pick, unless you have access to Brotherhood or X-Men or even Ultron. I would go defenders or guardians right after defenders. All right, next question. I've seen a lot of people using Rhino and Magneto on arena defense. What do you think of this strategy to avoid blinds? It's a good strategy if you don't have Phoenix. Once you have Phoenix though, there's really no use for Rhino because she takes off the blinds off of that team. So good for early game. If you're late and you have Phoenix, it's not really necessary. Next part of the question. Also, what T4 abilities would the Dirty Chummer use to defeat Graviton or Gravitron the Ride? So to defeat Graviton, I think that guy could drown. He's vulnerable to that. So I think what the Dirty Chummer would use is Namor's ultimate ability with the T4 on there, just doing a ton of damage, and he's gonna drown. He's got that big sea monster trying to attack him, and then Gravitron the Ride, well, that runs on electricity. So first person that pops into my head countering electricity is my girl Storm. She would just do this lightning storm, break the ride. So Graviton defeated by Namor, Gravitron defeated by Storm. That is who the Dirty Chummer would pick. Next question is Minerva, Groot, Rocket, Vision, and Star-Lord the best version of BKT for arena defense minus Ultron, or would characters like Captain Marvel or Fury be an improvement? So for this question, I don't see this team a lot on arena defense, but I do see them in blitz, and I avoid this team. I avoid them with Brotherhood. I avoid this team with Shield. Even with my own BKT, I avoid this team because this team is tricky. You can beat it. There's a lot of teams that can beat it, but there's also a lot that could go wrong. Vision is giving them defense up, or at least he's giving the tech allies defense up. And you got some trickiness with Groot. If he dies, he's gonna give defense up to a bunch of stats to everybody. He's also gonna clear buffs, so it's tough for the Brotherhood. This is a tricky team. It's not unbeatable. I don't think there's any arena defense team that is unbeatable, but it offers up enough tricks so that some people might avoid you depending on what they got on offense in your shard. All right, next question, two-part question. If you could pick any Marvel character to join this game, who would you pick? And the next part of this question is, what would be the way to unlock this so-called character? And I've answered this before, and I've said every time I've answered this question that my answer will change. So in the past, it's been Gambit, it's been Moon Knight, it's been a few other characters. But right now, I think my character that I would want to see come to the game is She-Hulk. And it's gotten in my mind ever since they announced that She-Hulk show coming for the Disney Plus channel. So I'd like to see She-Hulk added right now, and maybe a full team of Hulks. You know, I think we need more Hulks in the game, right? Anyway, I would have her come to the game. What would be the way to unlock this character? I like the events. I like it if it was all She-Hulk shards in that orb, and that is how I would like to have her come to the game. Next question. Do you know if it's on Fox Next radar to improve the ability to search for other players, recruit for other alliances? I am not sure. Haven't heard anything about this, but maybe. There's not much that I've heard about this. Our next question, what would you do with your non-Sinister Six Spider-Verse characters? So I'll show you what I did with them. Let's go in game for that though. Here are my save squads. So I moved Miles and normal Peter Parker Spider-Man onto this Brawlers team. Not as strong as the version that I really liked with Captain Marvel, but now I got two teams instead of one, so it works out. I moved Carnage onto this blind team. Not really sure if this is going to be his permanent home. And then I moved Venom onto this villain team. And I'm not sure if this is his permanent home either. But this is where they currently are. I might be moving around these two characters, but I do like Peter Parker and Miles Morales on this Brawlers team, the Hero Brawlers team. In your wise opinion, what aspects or things would you change about the game as it currently stands? So obviously the Red Star system, I think that is too RNG dependent. I would definitely change that. I like the Red Star credits that they gave out, and I would want that to be more frequent so we could choose more of our characters for these Red Stars. Cooldowns for Blitz. I like Casino's idea of having a certain amount of battles that you could do per day. You could do this all in one shot. You could do it every 2 hours. You could do it however you want, but you have a certain amount of battles. After that, you would have to spend credits to do it. So I would like to see that. They would change up some reward tiers for Blitz, because right now having a hard number, especially with the player base growing, is you don't allow a lot of people to get some of these characters. Boosts for War, have them only in the beginning before the actual battle goes on, only in the matchmaking process. I would like to see that. War currency, I think one of the big crunches right now is that it's only in the Blitz store I would add that to all of the stores so you could choose which store credits you want to use for war. But those are some of the changes. I mean, I think just that alone would help to make the game a little better. And obviously, yeah, unlimited save squads. That would probably be one of my top picks right there, is the unlimited save squads. Next question. What do you think could be done to reduce the time commitment in this game, also reduce player burnout? So one of the things that I mentioned in that previous question is eliminated cooldowns. I think just reducing the time that Blitz takes would be huge for this game. So I would like to see something like that done, and I think it would reduce some of the burnout that players are facing. Just there's so much focus on Blitz right now when it relates to war and some of these other game modes. So reducing the timers on Blitz, I think, would be huge towards reducing the time commitment. Next question. As someone who is excited to be unlocking Phoenix soon, a little confused at how she works with Colossus, what order do you use their special and ultimate? So turn 1, I use Phoenix's special, putting everybody into stealth, and hopefully she gets attacked. Turn 1 for Colossus, normally I'm going to do his ultimate to extend the defense up, give him some death proof, and that is normally what I'm doing on turn 1. There are some exceptions though. Once in a while, if Phoenix is already dead before Colossus's first turn, I will taunt to try to protect Dark Phoenix. But normally, more often than not, I'm going ultimate, then I'm going taunt. Now, if turn 2 comes around for Colossus and Phoenix is not dead, sometimes I will taunt. Sometimes I will just do the basic to kind of see if I can get more hits on Phoenix. So depends, but normally it's Phoenix special and then the Colossus his ultimate. All right, next question. If you would pick 1 or 2 characters from the usable or mediocre tier, what specific tweaks would you make them to push them into elite status? So for this, we're looking at Casino's tier list right here from version 3.4.2. And in the usable category, the one character that really stands out for me is Thor. I want to see him reworked. He's supposed to be this god of thunder and having lightning come out of his hammer, and he just is very underwhelming in this game. First thing I would want to see change is his speed. I want his speed to go from 80 to 100. He's still going to be a very average character. He's not going to be fast by any means, but instead of being a slow character, he moves up to an average character. I think that helps him. And I think the other thing that will help him is having his ultimate available on turn 1. If you could potentially stun the whole team on turn 1, I think that would be big. So that might even push him into demigod, maybe even god status with that extra speed. I don't know, but I would also reduce the cooldowns on that ultimate. Right now it's a 6-turn cooldown. I think it needs to be a lot stronger. He is the god of thunder, by the way. So I think we should have that a 4-turn cooldown and available on turn 1. That would bump him up and make him a lot better character without a big change to his kit either. So those are the changes I would make, and I would pick Thor for that one. Our next question. I plan on using shield security for Enter the Darkness. Do you think I should put any T4 on him? And if so, which ability? No, don't put any T4s on him. I don't think that special is worth it at this point, but maybe down the road you could do his special, but not specifically for Enter the Darkness. Next question. What is the biggest resource bottleneck in the game, and what is your advice to mitigate the problem? I think everybody would agree with me that the gold crunch is probably the biggest crunch in the game. What would I like to see to mitigate this problem? Upping the minimal amount that you get from the gold orbs. I think right now it's a 120 drop. I would up that to 150 or 180 for the minimum, and then I would also increase the chances that you could get that 3 million drop or the 1 million drop. Just make gold a little more prevalent. It would be cool to get one of those big drops once a month or something like that. So if they could introduce some mechanic like that into the orbs, that would be great also, and I think would alleviate some of the problems with gold. What fitness app do you like the best? I've tried a few. Don't like MyFitnessPal because it's hard to track weight training. Do you know one for diet, cardio, and weight training that you recommend? Now, been kind of out of the game for a little bit, and back when I was really doing research on all these apps, I thought the best one was MyFitnessPal that you didn't like, but it is just for foods. I think that was the best food one at the time, and I think it is still the best food one. As far as weight training and cardio, didn't really have an app that I liked back then for it. There might have been something that came to the market since then, or they might have improved some of these other apps since then. But back in the day, there wasn't really one that I liked. And what I would do, I would track my main lifts on an Excel sheet on my computer. Didn't really focus too much on my accessory lifts, but I would track my main lifts to make sure that I was making progress. with those, and that was the way I did it. Unfortunately, there's nothing really that I recommend, because back when I was looking at it, there wasn't really a good one that I enjoyed. But if you guys know a good fitness app that does all these things, let me know in the comments. Next question, ValleyFlyin, would you recommend Carnage be a good character for your Brotherhood if you paired him with Pyro? Yeah, I think Carnage works really good in that team. So does Venom, so does Scarlet Witch, and they might actually work better than Mystique in certain situations. So if you're looking to build the best version of the Brotherhood team, maybe. But if you're looking to build a max amount of teams, which I usually am because I play Blitz a lot, where are you going to put Mystique would be my only question. But if you really want to make a really good Brotherhood team, yeah, Carnage works very well in that team. Next question, do you think Hulkbuster should be added to that power armor team so they have a tank to protect rescue? Yeah, I think it would be a great addition to the game. Right now, Vision does it pretty well with his defense up, but if they had a dedicated tank with that power armor tag, I would be very, very excited about that. So yeah, hopefully that would be something like a character coming to the game at some point. All right, next question. I heard that you, Casino, and OMG are having a not so secret meeting with the Fox Next higher ups. I'm not sure where that rumor started, but guys, it is absolutely true. That is my big announcement. Going out to the Fox Next headquarters this week, talking to the dev team, and hopefully getting a lot of your questions answered. So what I'm going to do in preparation for this trip, on my Discord server, I'm going to create a separate channel just for questions for this Fox Next trip. So if there's any questions that you want me to ask the dev team, make sure you leave those questions there, and I will try my best to get all of these questions answered. So make sure you guys are on my Discord server, and if you have any questions you want me to ask the devs, make sure you leave the question there. But guys, it is time for the giveaway. $20 to the lucky winner, iTunes or Google Play. If you win, you get to choose to win. You need to comment on the last video with the hashtag ClanHQ giveaway. So let's filter out duplicate users, see who used the hashtag. 302 unique commenters, and yes, I went into YouTube and approved all of the comments because for some reason YouTube filters out all of these hashtags. But we got 302 unique users, so 1 in 302 chance of winning. Let's start the drawing, and the winner for the $20 gift card sponsored by Clan HQ is Jonathan Graviton. Awesome videos, Valley, like always. Clan HQ giveaways. Yeah, so Jonathan, reach out to me on this video, leave a comment so I can verify it's you, then we'll get in touch with each other on social media. I'll get your email and I will forward you the code. Congratulations. If you didn't win, Clan HQ is sponsoring more giveaways this month, so make sure you are a subscriber. Make sure you click that bell, join the notification squad so you can be one of the first whenever I post a new video. Check out some of my links down below. I'm on social media as well, so hit me up there, and I will see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin, out!